How is everyone doing today? It's your fellow host, Bitman TV. Like and subscribe if you could be so kind to like and subscribe, support this channel. So this is your review week commencing the 12th of September for Raw and Smackdown. So Raw starts with Seth coming out. Seth is starting to get over at the moment. Everyone's singing his song. Oh, oh, oh. Everyone's singing. I'm singing it. They're singing it. You're singing it. Everyone's singing Seth's song. Is getting over. So basically, Seth. Every time Seth beats someone and he finishes someone, he always goes, right, I'm on to the next challenge. Obviously, he's looking for a title. As he was saying that, obviously Riddle turns up and then they start having a brawl. That's that. So there's probably going to be another match at Extreme Rules. But also when Riddle turned up, Judgment Day turned up. So we'll see what happens there. That turned into a match, Riddle versus Finn Balor. Really good match. Obviously, both of them are really great athletes. But in the end, the Judgment Day, Priest interfered. Then Ray interfered. And then basically the distraction of Seth as well, trying to get to the ring, distracted Riddle, and then Finn won the match. Finn has been winning quite a lot recently compared to the pre-Triple H era. Finn was, you didn't see Finn on Raw, he's on NXT. Now the Triple H era has started. Finn has been winning quite a lot, so it's pretty good. So then we had Damage Control versus Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Really good match. Go and watch it. Women obviously can go, great wrestlers. But in the end, Damage Control won with a bit of help of Bayley. It looks like Aaliyah has been injured. I don't know what's happened, but Aaliyah's been injured, so obviously they had to cough up the titles, so I'm not sure what's happened there. I'm not sure what she's injured with. So you've got Ray basically in the back talking to Dom, warning Dom, say, hey, if you wrestle Edge, because it's meant to be Edge versus Dom in a match on Raw, if Dom versus Edge, it's not going to stop there. Edge is relentless, he's going to keep coming for him until he's finished, basically. But Dom didn't care. He's like, see you later, Dad. I'm going after Edge. Bye. Then we had Chad versus Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano, I think I'm saying his name right. Gargano, Johnny Gargano from NXT. He's now moved up to Raw. They've promoted him to Raw now. So he went against Chad Gable in a really good match. In the end, Gargano won. But then as he came out, walking to the back after his victory, he was attacked by Theory. Theory then goes to the ring, obviously saying his usual spiel. He's the youngest Money in the Bank champion. Money in the Bank winner, I should say. Is this, is that. He looks good, blah, 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 blah. This is what he said. I didn't say that. He said that. And then KO comes out and then cuts a really passionate promo about how he needs to earn it, how he needs to come in here and show people that he won it. And then at the end of the promo, Theory was like, yeah, anyway, I look good. And then it just obviously it's turned into a brawl. And KO was making some good points. He was saying, KO, how he's the heart and soul of the WWE, and people who are like Austin Theory, a dime a dozen, they come and go all the time. So we'll see what happens with Austin Theory. Hopefully he's a mainstay. Then Bianca comes out and she's basically saying she's the EST and it's an open challenge. She wants it. Sonya Deville comes out and takes the challenge up. So then we got Sonya versus Bianca Belair. Really good match, but in the end, Bianca wins. I don't know. I've been watching Bianca for a little while now, and I just feel like she's like the female John Cena. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not saying no. I like what she's doing. She's killing it. She's a brilliant wrestler. I think she's awesome. But I just get like the pushing her as the female John Cena. That's just what I'm getting. That's the vibes I'm getting. Anyway, after she won the match, Bayley came out and then basically said to Bianca, it's eating her up that she's lost to Bayley and she wants to get the win back. Then obviously she was jumped by Damage Control, but in the end, Alexa and Oscar came out for the save. Then we had Omos flattening some guy. And then Edge and Ray were talking in the back. Edge was basically saying to Ray, hey, your boy's a man now. He can take a man beating. He's going to get a man beat down. He's a man. He's going to get beat down like a man. Then we had Seth complaining in the background after what happened with Riddle. In the back, what happened with Riddle. And then saying he's the face of Raw, while he made that statement, Bobby Lashley pulled up like, hey bro, I'm the almighty, I'm the face of Raw. There's only one face of Raw and it's me. So then Seth goes, well, the title you have is a United States title, that's not the one I want, but I'll take that. So we got Bobby Lashley versus Seth on Raw next week. Then in the main event, we had Edge versus Dom. Really good match, honestly. It was a really good match, really good intense match by the two. Dom was making some Eddie Guerrero references on a top turnbuckle, obviously with the shake. And in the end, no one won because Judgment Day came down and ruined everything. So that was that. So that was Raw. On to SmackDown. SmackDown begins with Logan Paul basically coming out. So Logan Paul has got his podcast called Impulsive recently. I actually watched it 3 days ago. Roman Reigns was on it. Everything seemed very cordial. But apparently after the show, Logan Paul was saying he wants to face Roman Reigns. And Triple H said on Twitter, yes, we can do that. So basically Logan came out and said, hey, he wants to face Roman. Then all the bloodline came out without Roman Reigns. And Paul H is back. And Paul H was like saying, hey, your brother's facing Anderson Silva and he's probably going to get starched. You don't want any part of Roman Reigns. And Paul and Logan was saying, hey, we're going to have a press conference in Las Vegas, bring Roman Reigns, see what happens. So, yeah. And then basically the bloodline was going to come in. Solo was going to come into the ring because he was called by Paul H to obviously take care of Logan Paul. As he was doing that, Sami Zayn came in, said, hey boys, I'll take it. Sami Zayn got laid out and then Ricochet came down for the save. So then it was Ricochet versus Sami Zayn. Really good match. Obviously, they're both great wrestlers. There was interference by the bloodline by Jay, which actually cost Sami Zayn the match, which Ricochet won. So there's a bit of tension there with Sami Zayn and Jay. And also Madcap came out as well to protect Ricochet. Then we had MMM. They were promoting their new fashion line, their new fashion clothing. I think schoolboys or some type of. Hey, I didn't say that. Go and watch it. I don't know. It's like a school outfit type attire. As they was doing that, Braun Strowman came out and just flattered everything that walks. And then the Alpha Academy, Gable came out, tried to distract Braun because there was an ambush by Otis from his back. And yeah, Braun just basically just went mad. Then we had Damage Control come out saying they're the greatest. They're taking control, taking over. Then Rodriguez came out and says, hey, you might be able to injure Aaliyah, but I'm here to take care of you lot. So then we had Bayley versus Rodriguez in a good match, but there was obviously interference from Damage Control. Io Sky raked Rodriguez's eye and then costed a match there. That was that. Then we had a backstage segment with Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan. Basically have a nice sit-down chat. And Liv Morgan was like, hey, Ronda, I'm going to have to beat you again to prove to everybody I am the women's SmackDown champion and I will be respected. And I want you in an Extreme match. One was like, be careful what you wish for, basically. Then we had Drew come out saying he wants Karrion Kross, because obviously he does, because Karrion Kross has been getting the jump on him every single week. Then we had Madcap Moss versus Solo for the North American title. That Solo won on NXT. Really good match. But Solo won by the rock bottom, basically. Then in the end, in the main event, we had New Day versus Hit Row versus Imperium versus Team Sheamus. I'll just call them Team Sheamus, it's a lot easier. For number one contendership for the tag team champions, the unified tag team champions to go against the Usos next week on SmackDown. And it was a really good match. Go and watch, you haven't seen it. But in the end, Team Sheamus won. So it'd be Team Sheamus versus Usos on the Bloodline. And also next week, the head of the table will be there to probably talk about the challenge from Logan Paul. So that'll be interesting. So, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you could follow me on Instagram below, that would be so nice of you. Take care.